Hey guys, EndoPlasmite here, and before today's video specifically, wanted to make mention that it's not going to be just this game that I'll be willing to play. Because of the fact that I'm using an emulator for all that I'm going to be doing with these specific type of games, because when I tested out my Game Boy Advance games, I'm pretty sure the internal battery inside them is dying. So some of the games actually aren't keeping their save files. So I'm using this instead, the emulator on my computer, to actually record and then upload stuff to the channel. It'll at least keep things, and at least it'll save things too. So because of the fact that I have the entire library opened up for any sort of Game Boy Advance games that you guys want to see me play, in addition to that, not just any Game Boy Advance games, but also any Game Boy Color games and possibly any Nintendo 64 games. So it's just up to you guys. If there's anything you want to see me try to do specifically, let me know in the comment section of any of these Game Boy Advance games or Game Boy Color or N64 in the future. So enjoy today's video. Hey guys, EndoPlasmite here, and today we're playing a game called Frogger's Adventures Temple of the Frog. This is so old. Like, specifically with me, it's so old. Hold on a second. Let me see something. There we go. I configured it over to this gamepad now so that it works. Because the thing is, it's a little bit easier for me to do some of these with the gamepad because it's got the D-pad on here, it's got the two buttons on it, and it's got these. Rather than trying to mess around with the keyboard and try to guess which key it's going to be. So I kind of figured why not actually just go ahead and play some of these, because I had fun with these, and like I may mention in the beginning with this little blip, most of my Game Boy Advance games aren't keeping their save files anymore, so I kind of just want to go ahead and do this on the emulator. Now, also I want to add to this real quick also, likewise with this and probably a lot of other stuff that will be with this method specifically, it is going to be censored. Meaning specifically, I will try my best not to say any sort of curse words. Why? Because I want to. Not because I have to, because I want to. There's very few things on my channel where I physically say I want to censor things out. Minecraft is one of those things. And so just pretty much, I'm going to go ahead and get in. This game though, I haven't played this in who knows how long, because I played it in for the Game Boy Advance obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have known about it. There we go. Name Endo. Just jump right into it. Goblin Caverns. Hey Let's try that again. Hey Frogger, it's your good old... Hi Frogger, it's your old pal Lumpy, the Toad. I called you here today because I have been asked to give you a message from the Elder Council. The Elder Council has a message for me? What is it, Lumpy? It's bad news, Frogger. Our home firefly swamp is dying because Mr. D has stolen all the elements that keep the swamp alive. He's spread them over 4 dangerous regions, and he is hiding in our sacred Temple of the Frog. The Elder Council would like you to collect the elements and get rid of Mr. D. You are our only hope for Firefly Swamp. Cool. I've always wanted to see what's outside this swamp. Don't worry, I'll collect all the elements and get rid of that darn Mr. D. He doesn't know who he's messing with. Be careful, the quest will not be as easy as you think. You will start out at the Goblin Caverns to recover the fire elements. You will need to collect 3 fire icons to gain access to the second area. Once you're in the second area, you will need to collect 5 icons to gain access to the King Ijnek's throne room. He possesses the fire element and you will need to defeat him to retrieve it. So I need to collect 3 fire icons in the first area and 5 icons in the second area of every region. Got it. I'm on my way. Remember that Mr. D has placed a ton of enemies and obstacles to block your path, so you will need to think fast and be quick on your feet. Good luck. Alright. So pretty much you use the D-pad to move around with any sort of these basic Frogger games. You use the B button to use your tongue, and if you want to jump over a space, you gotta press A, like that. You also have the option of rotating with the L and R buttons to change your directions, so I'm doing that specifically because also at times it's going to make things easier. I'm skipping the hints because I already know about the hints. Pretty much also, if you hit any enemy once, or there's any sort of obstacle once that you run into, like water, you're done. You die. That's why it's a benefit to use the A button right there. The butterflies, as you've been seeing, gives me an extra life. Stepping on here actually is a checkpoint. There's coins, but I forget what they do. I'll find out that later, more than likely. Used to be really, really fast at this. I mean, like, I used to be able to play this really, really quickly when I was little. Oh, there we go. Gives you hints. I don't need the hints. I pretty much already know the hints. Whoop. Almost lost that one. We got these rock trains of some sorts. Alright, now let's go. Whoop. Gotta wait. Okay. There we go. Oh, uh-oh, they're faster. This one's faster. This one's faster. Okay, we're good. We got these rocks. I remember those too. There we go. We're safe. The thing is, you can't necessarily jump over enemies from what I understand. Like, from what I remember, you can't jump over enemies. Okay, so we're all the way up here. The main point of this is probably just me completing the main storyline, like no sort of big additional achievement things or other stuff like that. Well, at least we'll see. I don't remember if there is any sort of other achievement stuff that's out there. Nope, I can't get the coins from that distance. Again, I forget what the coins do, but I want to get them, because why not? There we go. Do not rush in too much. There we go. First part, done. Alright. Moving on, next section of Goblin Caverns. We're now inside. This is where it gets a little bit more tricky. And that is why. That was a careless mistake on my end. It's a really careless mistake on my end. There we go. Okay. That's like the nice thing about this level. You get one of those icons and then it opens up the pathway like that. I honestly don't even know how long this is going to take me to beat, because I don't remember how long it took me to beat this when I first played it. I just remembered it was fun when I was playing it, and I don't know, sometimes I'd have really dumb deaths. Like that one I had in the very beginning. And this always reminded me of Toast. I don't know why it always reminded me of Toast. There we go. Grab you. And grab that. To the right, that opens up a section in the center. I think. At least I think that's what happens. It opens up a section in the center. I figured if there was an actual short... Okay. At least it saved that, but... unnecessary death right there. Oh yeah, getting faster with this. I forget what I actually have to do again in the boss fight. That's kind of bad if you think about it. And that was not a smart idea. That was not a smart idea right there. For someone who claimed to try to be making smart moves with this, I really am not doing a good job, but... Okay. There we go. Ride the toast. There you go. Grab that life back, thank you. I know, I'm talking delayed a little bit too. One, and 1, 1. There we go. Spear throwing goblins. To be honest, I actually like the sequel to this game a little bit better, which is a personal preference. Everyone's gotta have their own personal preferences of things. Or at least everyone is allowed to have their own personal preferences. Oh, there's the last one up there. There we go. Next one's done. And this one's the boss, I'm correct. Oh, this one again, now I remember. You may have gotten past my goblin guards, but you will not defeat me. You won't last long against my fire wand. Pretty much gotta hit the pieces in order. The next one's down here. If I'm correct, what I'm staring on is actually a safe zone, but I'm not necessarily sure. And like you guys saw there, you can jump over the spikes. I'm not quite sure what you were saying, Goblin King or whatever your name is, but you're now gone. And that was fast. So that's at least the first world that's in this game, so I'm probably going to leave it off here for this one, and then the next episode you'll see the next world. So, that's all the time for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching and showing your support. This is EndoPlasmite giving a friendly reminder to keep it real, keep it cool, keep it real cool. Plasmite out.